Village of Winter. Going into the Battle Pass, there is an important change from previous season, and that is the epic schematics at level 76. Besides that, I mean, epic schematics were quite rare before, I believe, yeah, before this season and the season previous. So seeing that in the Battle Pass will make the Battle Pass extremely more worth it. I would definitely get the Battle Pass for just the epic schematic, mainly because of its extreme rarity. Besides that, you still got the normal 2 hero attires and 1 unit attire through the Battle Pass, although I have been reminded that there used to be 2 hero attires and 2 unit attires. Also, a bunch of tidbits. Challenges. The story going from the beginning to the end, talking about the legend of the Scourge and how basically we reunited and took back Osteria from the Scourge. Moving on to the unit challenges, we had only 3 new units, all promotions, so they have a promoted counterpart. First, we have the Halberdiers promoting to Alp Halberdiers.
Eternal glory!
This improves the Halberdiers' strong melee. Well, this gives the Alp. Oh! My face! Where'd my face go? Hidden behind the camera. I mean the lens. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Azuka here. I'm going to be commentating on the 4th
day of the tournament. We're heading into the second stage knockout right now, and for tonight we have two sets of matches. No more matches running concurrently. We're going to be seeing individual matches all together now for the Asia Division tournament. Anyway, for tonight, our first match is Crusaders, the reigning champions from previous seasons, 5 times, probably 6 times actually. If I had a record of the first and the first, second, and I'm pretty sure the third. I'm not sure if the first one counted because rules were not instated at the time, and VN House won that one back in the day. Second tournament, I didn't actually commentate that and didn't watch it fully, so I don't actually know the results for that one. But third onwards, I knew Crusaders basically won from then on. Hello, Misha. How are you doing? You doing good? I'm having a good day. But very quickly, that's right. For you folks, we have Crusaders, of course. I just talked about them. And then we have KBS. KBS we have seen fight off against HQ just previously in the first stage knockouts. So they did win, and now they're facing off Crusaders in their first match. Pretty going to be the worst match, I believe. Again, Crusaders are probably the best bet for the winners for this season. I mean, we only put Wildfire as their main contender. That's very unfortunate. Nope, got allergies in quarantine, and it's annoying. Hay fever, I mean, you're in kind of like a winter season for us. Well, we're coming out into spring, so let's hope it clears up. Or unless you're the other kind of person who gets sick during spring. I know I do. I get sick a lot during the changes of the season. So I'm really terrible during the spring and the autumn season. Then, of course, later tonight we have. Oh my goodness. The list is somewhere. Then we have Chinese Red versus Oath Guardians for the second match. Nope. Fuck. That's a different one. I actually don't know. For the second match, I don't know right now. But other additional information I can give you is Crusaders versus KBS. Crusaders banning Constantinopolis and KBS banning Harbor City. Crusaders choosing Walford to attack first, and KBS choosing Hailong Fjord to attack first. So it's going to be interesting to see what KBS can do. Pretty standard approach for Crusaders to pick Walford. Walford, again, is extraordinarily popular. Hopefully we get an updated graphics because I don't keep track on who actually wins. So, gonna be watching some promos for a little bit. I hope everyone enjoys the stream. But a good reminder for everyone, please check out the Conqueror's Blaze dev stream. They do actually have more drops that the other streamers will not have, so do check them out. Make sure you get your drops. Again, tasty drops for everyone. But in the end, I hope you guys just enjoy the show because I love commentating for these. Open both. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, open both. I love commentating for these tournaments, so I just hope you guys enjoy. While we're waiting on for the first match. Yeah, apparently we're not giving too much, well, probably might be being too harsh on the hosts on the main channel. I mean, what constitutes a good commentator? They talk about stuff, they do stuff, maybe? It's really hard to be an entertainer sometimes, so it it's pretty bland. You can't really give them too much. Listening to the Conqueror's Blade developers is just without Morgan, there's like no enthusiasm, but at the same time, Morgan's enthusiasm is so like he's so hype that it's basically a meme. He like carries the show every time he's commentating, and it's just it's very jarring because it's obvious that he doesn't play the game as much. Definitely prefer the old Morgan. I hope he still wears the costume. He normally comes in and commentates for the finals nowadays. I'm not sure what he does. He's still around, which is good. It was so weird the first time I realized that Morgan was a white dude. It was really funny. I thought he was Asian, like he was wearing a wig with ginormous silver hair, the sunglasses, like his face was entirely hidden. But the armor looked so weeb. I'm just gonna say shouting weeb right there. I'm pretty sure that armor is probably like reused from like a Final Fantasy like when he went to like a Final Fantasy cosplay event or something. That's just speculation. I'm not I've no idea. Welcome back. Hopefully we get a good show between I definitely saw the latest trailer for this season. It was pretty amazing, I gotta say. I am hyped. It the I don't know who is doing the cinematics, but who's doing the graphics, but it's amazing. Dynasty season was amazing. This season is amazing. Okay, so like maybe maybe it's just fun. Oh, even if they didn't show very much of the Grenadiers, my God, them coming in at the end, beautiful, beautiful. The sound design, although the punch of the musket wasn't as uh how to say pronounced as it was versus the My.com one, because the My.com one changed a little bit of the sound and the end when they were doing the thing. But right now we're looking at the pick band phase, in fact. Obviously, my webcam's in the way, so Crusaders manning Constantinopolis. I did say this earlier. And should see KBS manning out Harbour City. There we go. Now, next, the maps they'll pick to attack. I'm pretty sure Crusaders get to attack first. So, Crusaders attacks on... Just wait for it. I'm pretty sure the announcers are probably announcing this as well as they're getting it. Yep. Wall fort. Very standard. Very standard. But I'd definitely love to see what Crusader has in store for this season. Again, this season has a lot of shakeups, especially the new units dynamically changing the battlefield. And of course, KBS going with Heilong Fjord. Again, a very peculiar pick, if you do ask me. I mean, Heilong Fjord's not my favorite map to attack, but it is interesting because good defenses are lacking on Heilong Fjord. It's really about pound for pound trading, just the entire 8 minutes from the beginning to end. Oh, definitely. I mean, the Silidars, the Royal Janissaries, so they're the same thing. Silidars are the name that my.com gave them. But again, I honestly, it was really sad that the Royal Janissaries in themselves was basically a balanced unit. But now Iron Reapers not only have an amazing charge, they also are devastating in melee combat. Pretty brutal in devastating in melee combat. And still, the Royal Janissaries just don't cut it no more. I mean, you never really brought Royal Janissaries compared to other units. There were other units that were just better. Royal Janissaries being completely pushed out as part of the Tier 5 infantry was the saddest moment of this season for me. But again, let's hope the developers come back and redo a lot of the old stuff. I want to see new mechanics. Tiger's Step, oof. It's called Tiger's Guild. I mean, we call it Tiger's Step, Tiger's Guild, whatever. Man, Iron Reaper's Tiger's Guild sword mode is busted. Like, wow, it is amazing how strong sword mode Iron Reapers are. It's crazy strong. CC immune, 12 seconds. 12 seconds of CC immunity while that Tiger Guard going off. Their sword is amazing as well. Days on hit. Everyone doesn't understand that the sword of the Iron Reaper days automatically. So no matter what unit you are, it's an automatic days. Sword mode only. Sword mode only. I'm not sure if it's a glitch. I'm not sure if it's intended, but in sword mode, Iron Reapers with Tiger's Gale, the number 2 ability, they are CC immune for the whole 12 seconds. That could do it. I mean, Royal Janissaries are lacking, mainly because everything else is able to just deal with shields. But whether or not that's just due to the fact that Royal Janissaries individually are weaker than Iron Reapers, or whether or not their abilities are not as powerful as the Modal, because in retrospect, the Royal Janissaries are equal to, or tankier, actually, than the Matau Battalion. I think it actually might be a little bit tankier. They've got a little bit more innate resistances built into them. But anyway, we are beginning the first battle for Crusaders versus KBS. First time Crusaders this season. Let's see. Is pretty much going to be betting it's just going to be a clear stomp, but let's hope KBS shows me up. Classic to see right now. I'm expecting this to be classic. Double tier 5 lineup, relying on the Royal Janissaries and Medal lineup. The Royal Janissaries and Medals both being used to great effect on previous matches. Feetman, nice to see you again. That would not be surprised. I do believe that a couple of these guys are actually from Fomalhaut. it's a bit sad because Fomalhaut formerly is also a seeded house, but only 3 houses were seeded from the top 4. Fomalhaut did not submit a team, so there is a bypass for one of the teams into the top 8. Very lucky whoever got that. I did hear that most of the old Crusader members are gone. The unfortunate thing here is that former Hulk by themselves was not really a top tier team. They did come fourth last season, but I mean by the skin of their teeth. There, I'm pretty sure they could have got kicked out by the third. Well, the third and the fourth one didn't actually fight. I think. Or maybe they did. If I remember correctly, former Hulk was the bottom of the top 4, so they're fourth place. And what are you doing? Come on. Ah. My clean feed is dying. I don't know why. It wants to do this to me. Although we're not missing too much action right now. Crusaders rushing across this bridge here. Fast climb. Although they don't seem to commit. Bridge is probably heavily damaged even though we didn't see it. I would be trebbing immediately. This wall needs to be suppressed. Every single culverin you see, destroy it. Every single siege weapon that is a threat to your towers, you should destroy it. In the meantime, we did see the right and the left siege tower go down. We have the middle siege tower making their way towards the wall. Earliest they can get up that right-hand siege tower will probably be 7 minutes. But whether or not KBS allows them is another question. Probably some good pressure coming out from these mortars, looking for those culverins. Middle siege tower is probably going to get up by the looks of it. No one's shooting it down. I'd be very interested to see what kind of usage for their artillery has gone through. Down goes the bridge finally. So the bridge health was actually quite high for most parts. So I guess they did not force it because if push comes to shove, it'll probably be able to go down. For sure, for sure. Probably killing somebody. I mean, it would be a waste of a treb if it doesn't hit anything. And I think trading a treb for an artillery is a good trade, especially early on. As the attackers, you have a massive advantage in having 30 artillery availables plus 15 trebs. So your artillery is more flexible and able to get you into positions or shoot at positions, which are very more difficult to access than trebs. Trebs are way better to suppress the wall or open spaces. Control of this right-hand side is in favor of Crusaders. Not sure if KBS wants to actually fully contest this. Does look like they are stationed themselves with infantry ready to fight. We have seen defenses here on the wall work out, but at the same time, sometimes they get crushed. In retrospect, I think this will probably be the first battle we see with units equaling each other. Very strangely, I'm seeing Imperial Spearguard on the field. Whether or not they're going to be effective is another question. I don't believe they're going to be that effective. Both Iron Reapers and Madao very good at destroying units with block. Iron Reapers having the flail available, that which completely ignores block, and the Madao, although their natural attack does not doesn't do very much block damage. Their lethal march and their Medal order is an unblockable. Again, with the pause, what is up, my dudes? Clean feed, what is wrong with you? And the battle's kicking off. What up? Oh my god, that's unfortunate. Most of the live I watch, it would get destroyed 1 or 2 times. We missed a major engagement. I'm sorry. The clean feed does not seem to be in my favor today. But right now we're seeing the secondary engagement. We've got some reinforcing KBSs from the right hand side, but Flamers on the front burning down. I'm not sure who is winning, just trading units right now. Forte in the mix for KBS. The defenders are being pushed back. Here comes a Treb directly into this reinforcing Imperial Pike, I believe. Gotta be a devastating loss here. Medals and Palace Guards winning here at the 8.4. Crusaders win that handily. That would be weird since that would be weird. Internet cables are, well, I mean, man, yeah. The weather in Perth has not been great either. The A point has been gotten. I think the trade for unit kills here was in favor of Crusaders, but only very slightly. I do believe Crusaders did start out with around about 50 or maybe 30 units less. Probably comes down to the surf units available. But with the B point also captured, that's 9 minutes. That's going to be handed over to, well, 6 minutes total. Handed over to Crusaders for the attacking. So C point's going to be probably an 8-minute hold as Crusaders make their way to set up for a second assault towards the sea or the supply point. A good strategy here. Heard child crying today. Very terrifying for me here. In quarantine. Are you, like, in a quarantine zone? That sounds pretty frightening, Misha. Crusaders approach pretty standard so far. We got some mighty mortars being built here. KBS is spread out right across that sea, let's say palisade. Hiding themselves behind the wall, protected from the trebs. Only 5 trebs available, though. Gonna have to make it count, Crusaders. Definitely use your artillery to your advantage. One of the worst things you can do is not use your artillery. Especially in the slower matches with infantry piles. Crusaders could definitely pose a threat with just artillery alone. You're in a hotel, in a quarantine zone, yeah. For alternative quarantine. That must be annoying. I would never like to leave the comfort of my own home. I don't know what Crusader is thinking here. They're just kind of wasting time, sort of. Again, infantry piles are a little bit slower. Probably some scouting. Here comes them down. Well, here they come. Oh man, I heard that those swabs are irritating. Really deep where your sinuses are. up here in the back of your nose. Not the best of feelings. Very clean so far. Imperial Pike March, along with Flamers, securing the frick. Holy shit, man. I don't know what's up with the clean feed. I'm just going to steal it off the developer stream for now. Holy shite. I'm sorry, peeps. I can't really do much right now for this. I don't know why this keeps happening. But definitely a swift take over for that supply point. I think the spread out for C was a little bit too. Well, they didn't catch Crusaders taking the supply point. Definitely, supply point was the weak side. I'm kind of pissed that I didn't get most of that. That's really annoying. They've lost 2 engagements, and I would say that half of them would probably be down to their last to surf units, considering that both Iron Reapers and Medals cost quite a bit. KBS would, well, this is the hard thing to say because we're in matches where high tier units are basically the bulk of the main force, while the makeup of the numbers are really from the surf units. Crusaders probably have a huge advantage with just the 110 or so units. Probably a better availability as well, considering we have Tundra humans on the field. Tundra humans will sweep those. Fast match indeed. They had no trouble taking that supply point and the C point, probably one of the most difficult parts of this map. But KBS definitely spreading themselves thin and did not catch the rush towards the supply point. Again, ill prepared for Crusaders' push towards the supply point, and Crusaders love their push towards supply point, and they've been very successful. So I do believe the strategist knows what it's doing, if they have one. We've got some Iron Reapers and Medals fighting it out. 2 sets of Medals definitely not holding each other back. But massive Imperial Pike March and a Treb probably not going to work out well. Probably not preemptive enough, or marched in badly. Again, ill-timed here. Although it's not going to change very much as it's a slaughter right now. Most of the village watchmen are dying. Crusaders is going to sweep this pretty easily, and yeah, definitely not a struggle here. Sorry, it might rewind back for you just a little bit. I think the buffering for the network is the main issue here when I'm grabbing the clean feed. It'll be a few seconds behind the live broadcast, but that's because of processing. But I don't doubt the changes here. I mean, I'm not going to doubt the difference in performance between Crusaders and KBS. KBS probably not fighting together as well as Crusaders, but also the strategy or counter strategy against Crusaders was a little bit lacking. I believe they traded very well for their primary engagement. Their second engagement was pretty awful, although we didn't get to see much of it. I'm very sorry, again, the clean feed being really finicky today. I don't know why. But that spear, getting 7 kills, 9 assists, 1 death, but definitely not the kind of score you want to see when you're in a tournament. 7 kills on 2 of the spears. In fact, one of the spears lower down, getting another 7 kills, devastating your enemies here. You can actually cap out the enemy just by killing the heroes repeatedly. And when the worst thing you can do in the tournament nowadays is not use your units and just die 3 times. I've seen that happen before. And thank you, John Reamer, for the sub. Hope you enjoying the show. A little bit of hiccups in the meantime, but nonetheless, I do hope KBS will show us a little bit more than what we've got. Rigged? Yeah, you think it's rigged? It may seem like it's rigged. Crusaders just. I think people fear Crusaders too much. Maybe. It's been very apparent that Crusaders is great at pinpointing weaknesses in the enemy. I think, especially for attacking, Crusaders have shown that they know or how to perform better than the enemy based on the setup the enemy performs. And that's pretty much the main issue when facing off against Crusaders. Defending wise, I think Crusaders has some formula for a strategy. They know some of the key choke points. It is known. That's why every time John Rima makes a party, it's always Team Handsome. Because John Rima automatically makes everyone else look more handsome. Sell me your silver. Next up, we'll be seeing the second match of Crusaders versus KBS. KBS attacking Heilong Fjord. Again, I do hope to see more from KBS. Again, this will probably be the last time we see them for this season. I hope you also return for next season. Do love it when teams grow and perform better. Again, the journey to the top is a long one, especially when you're working in a team. There's no solo carry. Again, we're not really in the realms of where one person or one player has been able to carry the team. The teams have always been, well, again, this game's always been about teamwork, and it's going to be the primary or the focus of a lot of how the gameplay works out. But individual skills is also a good, well, let's just say. Thanks for the second gift, John Rima. Wow, this is terrible. What's up with the stream today? Gonna see if I can increase the buffering. Ugh, it hurts me so, this clean feed. Zid1, I thought you followed me ages ago. Did you unfollow me or something? How's dares you? Nah, no hate, man. Support the hashtag English community. Yeah! Support the Frontier English community. There's already, like, I don't. Actually, like, the my.com community is literally falling apart, and that's the sad thing. Hello, Arwen. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, I saw. Yeah, I remember that. You did follow, and you said hi on my YouTube channel. Hi, Vane. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, the clean feed is so scuffed. You might see me use the developer's stream. It's the exact same thing at this point. No sound from either one of them. Look at this jitter. Look at this jitter go. Imp Pike, top or bot? Blaming. You're talking about last season? God. You guys were just bad luck just facing off against Wildfire. Maybe you guys could have gotten in the top. I think you could have probably kicked out Fomalhaut. I'm not sure about the third place. I forgot who third place was. Most unlucky lost to. Oh yeah. Crusade. Wow, that's actually a good point. There is no takeover team this season. I'm a little bit upset. Hot returned. That was fine. Hot was the one that got third place. So yeah, the fact that they return is good. A little bit upset that Takeover actually did not decide to return. Yeah. Mike already told me that Crusader merged with Vormaholt, and that's why Vormaholt didn't submit a team for this season. As being the top four, they had the opportunity to submit a team under the Vormaholt name, but I guess they didn't have enough players anymore. The Crusader, yeah, the Crusaders leaving was probably the nail in the coffin there. But anyway, we're getting the second battle about to begin on Hailong Fjord. KBS attacking Crusaders. Going to be interesting to see if they can actually get an A or B. That is probably the hardest ask on Hailong Fjord. A C or a base push is pretty easy. I say easy, might look easy, but it's not. I mean, let's let's just say that Mugung failed against Bretonia in taking the C point a long time ago. Ooh, heavy B-side stack. Are they going to go for a rush? A rush depends on power and speed. You need the momentum to get up to B. You need the momentum to push. They funneled hilariously up those stairs. Very awkward set of stairs, by the way. Zid1 thinks that Hot will win the tournament. You know, Zid1, I never bet on the same team as you because you've been wrong so many times. It's funny. I'm going to say Wildfire. If not Crusaders, Wildfire. Crusaders will win. We got one for Crusaders. Yeah, you're right. Don't bet on the same horse as Zid1. He's been wrong so much. But we got a kickoff. Very interesting to see that KBS has switched from the double tier 5. Interesting to see because the double tier 5 was extremely effective against Bretonia, and I'm pretty sure you Bretonians in my chat will definitely feel salty about that. Massive climb coming out from the B side. We got several ladders. I mean, we've got 2 muskets coming up with probably the Medaus taking over the B side small gate. Well, B side gate. The A side gate's probably going to get beaten down very shortly. It was opened instead. Crusaders opened the main gate. Probably. Oh, no. Just spectating. Looks like a mortar over on the cliff on there on the right. Got some action happening on the wall. Down goes 2 of the, I'm going to say, muskets. Can you take back the gifted sub? Fuck. Oh, man. Mikey being salty. The Palace Guards doing well for themselves, but look at Crusaders go in surgically deleting the heroes from that wall. 3 heroes did go down on that wall. Very unfortunate, in fact. That's going to be... but KBS actually decides to still push in towards the B point. Primary engagement on the B point looks good. Looks like the secondary engagement on the right here. Medaus rocked up, supporting their Imperial Pike March. Looks like they'll hold for now. Some loyal guards blocking any reinforcements from a third entrance. Doesn't look like it's under threat just yet. So the B side looks good. Everything looks good. Crusaders, what are you doing? You need to look for the strong point. You need to look for the weak point and hit them hard. I'm going to have to put it down to that Crusaders is a little bit distracted with the A point grab here. How many is them? I'm going to... 6. At least 6 of them. Crusaders are on here. Dealing with just 3, maybe 2. About 4 heroes on the A side. Wow. We just missed a massive battle. Crusaders just sweeping out the B point here. Very unfortunate for KBS. KBS not being able to hold against just a little bit longer, in fact. We got about 3, maybe 5 seconds left on the B. The respawn on the B side, like, this is very important. The B side... the B point, you can't stop there. You need to keep going and suppress that supply point where a lot of the Crusaders are actually congregating right now. And that supply point is key. If that doesn't get suppressed, you're gonna get massive wave reinforcement. And let's be honest, charging straight at that supply point is also dumb, because they'll heal while you will get pushed back. Our second shot at the B point is probably going to be a dumb idea, but it's the only idea these guys got. Spreading out between the A and the B point, keeping Crusaders defenders kind of overcommitting to either one or the other side. It's going to be a wonder how Crusaders is going to hold this point without just rushing the enemy. Again, Crusaders love to strike when the enemy is weak. And down goes this mole? Question mark? No. This mole definitely gets stolen, though. Does he die? No, he's only half health at most. In comes some 100 humans. Those Shield Maiden is being too aggressive and out of position. A-point engagement has begun. Counter Tundra Humans, but these Medaus are going to be in a good position to stop them from coming back through. Eating up this Tundra Humans, a force to be reckoned with for sure, but getting shot by Metallators is going to hurt. The CC combined with the sheer damage is nothing to scoff at. But very funnily enough, we got no heroes on the A point, even though very few things are stopping them. Trying his best, that musket probably went for the Metallators, but failed. Here comes some reinforcement. Rattan Pikeman, a very nice unit indeed, supplying a attack debuff with some Madao. Madao being very strong. Pikeman. Both sides seem to have failed. They did try to take a stab at trying to take the B point. Well, I was not fast enough to check that. Well, he tried. I give him that. No blunt diamond out musket, you won't kill. Definitely not. I believe even if you go full strength on musket in tournament settings, not enough damage to kill a Falconetti. Ooh, we might be looking at a permadeath here. His name is Kabaddi. Kabaddi? Kabaddi. Kabaddi, what have you done? Well, we've got about a minute 40 to go. The B point probably their best bet if they want a swift cap. Wow, looking at all of these Crusaders pull out their siege weapons, this is going to be a mighty hold indeed. I do not believe that KBS will be able to push through in any short order, but some Trebs, they will give it a stab at the very least. They're all here. Crusaders have also sallied out with cavalry, I presumed. Going to come up behind this mass. Medaus versus Medaus at the front. Here comes an Imperial Pike March. Or something just charged through. Whoa! Some Monastic Knights also being used. Very interesting choice. Some Tundra Humans here coming. I believe a Crusader rear charge just came through. Whether or not it was woefully successful, probably hurts at least. Fortebraccio a bit too late to scare off the first charge, but he scares off two others. But I don't think it's going to matter. The entire front line is collapsing as the Medaus keep pushing forward. That is it for KBS. Just not even a contest right now. Crusaders. Well, I mean, they give it a good stab at B. Crusaders sweeping them out through thoroughly. That's going to be very upsetting. Crusaders just hunting down some remaining heroes and just engaging them on the outside. Very unfortunate for KBS. Crusaders still holding the quite dominant performance. Again, very short matches when Crusaders is on the field. They really stranglehold weakness like no other. A good performance. I believe the main thing lacking here is the hero-to-hero battle. Crusaders surgically annihilating those heroes on the wall was probably pretty terrifying. Fast rotation as well. When you're on Heilong Fjord, you need to be on your feet. You can't stand by because you need to switch from A to B and you need to commit as well. Not to mention, you also need to know who is defending A and B side, how many attackers on either side, and who is where. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure a fit man of 15 can work out that kind of communication, but definitely working as a team, Crusader is the best at it so far. I'd love to see some other teams contest the crown for Crusaders, but we're gonna have to wait again until the top 8 to see Crusaders perform. I do believe the next battle is between. Ooh, Chinese Dragon versus SL. Who is SL? Hang on, give me a second, people. Give me a second, people. I know I can pull these up. Where's the information? Who is SL? Sen Liu Luo WX is going to be fighting off against Chinese Dragon. Again, Chinese Dragon being the dominant between Chinese Red. In the previous match, we got to see them with. Oh no, we didn't. We saw Chinese War versus Chinese Red. So sorry about that. Does look like it's going to be a short break. Damn, to join Crusader need to speak English. I only know a bad word only. I mean, need to speak Chinese. That's man. Crusaders is Chinese only? Or you need to speak Chinese? Well, I'll see you guys in a short 10 minutes maybe. Maybe a bit longer. The match should only start around about 9 o'clock. It is now 8:42, so 18 minutes probably going to be by bleh. We're going to probably have to wait 18 minutes for the next battle starts. So I'll catch you guys then. I'm going to grab another drink in the meantime. Be right back. Hello, I am Blake. How is everyone doing this fine evening? I mean, honestly, I could have probably played a game of Conqueror's Blade in the middle of this. Crusaders winning, like, this is why they only give an hour? Oh, actually, no. This is why they only gave half an hour back in the day when they were first doing the tournament of, like, like the matches, they thought the matches would end in half an hour, and all of them went overtime. All of them went overtime, and it was hilarious. They were just like, half an hour is not long enough. But then you got guys like Crusaders who just ends both of the battles so fast. They even had like a 5 minute intermission between the two battles, and they still sweeped it within 40 minutes from when it's supposed to start. I mean, they didn't even start until around about like 8:13. The both of the battles took probably less than 10 minutes. My goodness. Yeah, Crusaders finished too fast, man. They don't know what to do with all the extra time. I mean, like, I don't know what to do with all the extra time. I could try to interact with you guys, but I'd just be ranting about stuff. Yeah. Nah, I'm betting they're saving that for a 1 day PTR. I'm 100% betting that on the 27th there's going to be a PTR and then just be released on the next day. It's going to be insane because it's just going to be like super packed. I mean, it's super packed. It's going to be super packed for me. You know what's going to happen this week? So I like, ugh. Tomorrow morning, I've got like 12 hours from now. There is another tournament for the South America division. Then I have later that night another round of knockout division. Second round, second stage knockout for the Asia division. Then on the Saturday, I've got another set of the South America division tournament. And then in the midday, around about 5 o'clock for me, I've got the MENA tournament. So we got the we got the semifinals and the finals match. And then on the Sunday, I think I think the Sunday actually I don't have a North America one. And then I just have then I just go back to just the Asia one for that one for the Sunday. Oh, oh my god, that was brutal. The actual queue time for getting into the new season, my goodness. Oh, that's the first time I've ever seen a queue time. The servers could not handle it. Everyone trying to get in. It was amazing. This is probably the first time the developers even thought they would need a queue time. Because the funny thing is that when like while everyone was trying to get in, um, while everyone was trying to get in, it would just disconnect you. There was no queue. They hot fixed a queue into the server to tell people to stop logging in because it would keep the server rejecting you because you would get ejected out of again. Oh yeah, the game is expanding. I'm not surprised. I hope it continues to expand. It's an amazing game. It can be so much better though, because it builds up on aspects of different games. The strategy aspect can be amazing. I don't know why they don't go super hard on the strategy aspect because the strategy aspect is the key to being the unique game it wants to be. You can't have the Pike hero is a little bit overloaded and it's a little bit too fast. Its impact is quite devastating, but hero to hero battling with the Pike is kind of weak actually. Although I do say the damage on its Cold Dragon is not Cold Dragon. Storm Rend is a little bit overtuned, especially when it's only a 1 second charge. My goodness. If I remember properly, the prize for the tournament is actually a special medallion. I'm not sure if it's worth anything, but they actually get merchandise sent out to you. Apparently, I mean, not only just in-game stuff. You also the champions of the Asia division gets actual merchandise sent out to them. I believe the rewards are somewhere. And I also think it's because the tournaments themselves don't make money yet. I mean, it could. That would be impressive. Make money. They have NetEase on their back, so I mean, NetEase is a treasure trove of investors. Just got to convince NetEase that it can be huge, but it needs the audience to be more well, like yeah. Even pitched since I want to invest, but got rejected. Private investment is probably going to be illegal since um I'll 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 be honest with you because NetEase probably has controlling investment in Booming Tech. Booming Tech is more or less an international shell company. It's only used to trade the IP out into internet, like have the IP like technologies that's released by NetEase. Anyway, Booming Tech releases in their name internationally. Oh man, cash prizes. That would be pretty impressive. I think I think another problem with if it's cash prizes, it's a team of 15 people, up to 20 because we have reserves. So that's the thing though. You're not big enough to you're probably not big enough to host a tournament like that because what Chensu would probably be thinking is um that most of the setup would actually be their resources. The bare minimum for about 3 months. Uh, the bare minimum for about 3 months for like a seasonal tournament like this, you would need around about let's be generous and give about 3 grand to each player. 3 grand to each player. That means the top prize pool needs to be a minimum of $60,000. $60,000, I would say minimum to get to get working people to go super hard on it. And that's just 3 grand. And this is like 3 weeks. I mean, three not 3 weeks. 3 months to train up for this. Anyway, we have the pickman for the next set of battles. Chinese Dragon versus Sen Lure WX. We got Lin Wu ban. We got a Hailong Fjord ban. Chinese Dragon banning Lin Wu. Again, Lin Wu is not a very popular map. Everyone hates it. And Sen Liu. Very interesting to see Hailong Fjord getting banned out. Probably a strong point for Chinese Dragon. We have seen Chinese Dragon use Hailong Fjord and crush on it. I do believe Chinese Dragon is JC. Sen Liu WX is DI. So it's a JC versus DI match here. Harbor City. Been a while since we've seen Harbor City. for Chinese Dragon. Harbor City again for St. Louis. Very interesting indeed. Been a long ass while since I've seen a Harbor City battle. I'm gonna wonder what an infantry Harbor City gonna look like. Previously, all the other seasons have relied on cavalry to rush towards the base point, but also holding on the wall has been a classic strategy for the defenders. What's BTC? I don't even know what BTC is. Yeah, Team Tiger lost to Chinese Dragon. Whoa, Arwen Baxter, money here. You got money here. 5 bitcoins, 20 grand. Ooh, a prize pool for 20 grand. I think more like 25 actually for first place. 25 grand for first place. About a grand for each person. That's still a hefty sum. But again, I'm telling you, if you want if you want a like a prize pool for like a mainline tournament, 1 bitcoin is 50 grand. 50 grand? No way. Is it? A whole bitcoin is how much? 50 grand. Oh shit. 250. Holy cow, you're willing to shell out that much money, Arwen. You are crazy. I mean, Arwen Baxter, like you should definitely take it up with probably get a better contact. Probably contact the booming tech head office or something. Oh, get out of here! Get out of here with your wailing, man. I bet some of these Chinese guys in the NetEase servers already shelled out probably like $500,000 to get all of their legendaries. You just need an open dialogue, man. Once you open the dialogue, um, it's it's a bit cruisy. I think Chen Su probably thinks that it's just not going to work out very well. The Pyro games didn't work out very well, and I'm gonna be honest, like you're gonna have to convince them. You're gonna have to convince them. Also, I mean, you need to get to Lucky. Yeah, you know, Lucky, the dog. You need to convince him that like you're gonna be a good investor. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Their response is whatever their response is. If you want, you gotta try harder sometimes. But you also have to do the legwork. There is no shortage of like people who are interested. I'm guessing. But whether or not something productive comes out is another question. Probably weighing their risks. Again, if they're associated with you, are you beneficial to Conqueror's Blade? I mean, if it just turns out that like again, you get all full legendary doctrines on your account, that seems a little sus, or how to say, sell out. That sounds like a sellout. Snip this chat, then post it to CV Discord. Please don't. I mean, Arwen. I mean, I don't know. Arwen Baxter's the one making the claims here. Wow, man, you are in it to win it, are you? You're gonna be if you're hiring commentators. Think of me. I hope this game goes far, man. I love this game, and I hope this game gets better and becomes better in the future. It's going to be amazing. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Hey, it's an investment. An investment. Just buy booming or become a big shareholder in NetEase. You could do that. Hey, if you become a big shareholder in NetEase, tell the boss to stop holding back the Japanese units. No thanks. There's a lot of leftovers I can eat. Thanks, Dad. Anyway, we got the first battle on Harbor City. We're about to begin. We got Chinese Dragon going to attack first, I believe. Actually, it's Sen Lu WX. Sen Lu WX. Oh man, I want to just say Sen Lin. It's a village somewhere in Conqueror's Blade, but it's SL here. I will ask the devs to give me OP stats and additional 500 attribute points. More ha 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 ha. Massive sellout here. If Conqueror's Blade gives in to Arwen Baxter's money, it's a massive sellout. But then again, I mean, whales get what they want because they pay money. They want your money, and I mean, if it's just gonna give you some virtual stats in a game that no one's gonna play after you just smash all of their players into oblivion. Looks like Sen Lu is going with the double tier 5 lineup of Madaos and Iron Reapers. Gonna be a difficult battle for Chinese Dragon, especially since we've only seen the Madaos being deployed. Not very many Iron Reapers. Actually, I take that back. So many Iron Reapers. What am I seeing? I'm like blind or something. Look at the number of Iron Reapers coming out from Chinese Dragon. Man, if one swing from the mall is just 20k and just instantly kills you, everyone's just going to report you for hacking, and then your account's going to get banned, and then it's going to get unbanned, and it just be banned again. It'll be like the developers don't know what to do. Looking at the lineup of Chinese Dragon, using some Tundra humans in the mix, more than the attacking forces. Attacking force only using 5. Cavalry still useful, but no winged hussars. Choices of no winged hussars. Actually, 2 winged hussars coming out for Chinese Dragon. So, lots of cavalry, in fact, for the defending team. On the bottom left, you think? It'll block the bottom scoreboard. I think my thing's too big. How's that? How's that? Maybe I should make it smaller. Left side Sea Tower did go down in the meantime. We've got lots of Culverins shooting towards this middle side Siege Tower. Probably going to destroy it in quick order. Right side Siege Tower probably also getting shot as well. No pressure from Chinese Dragon here up on the wall. Really need some Metallitor fire. Here's some Metallitor fire, sorry. Some Trebs as well. Only 4 Trebs being used. Actually, I take that back. Probably some pressure being built up here, but not enough. Middle Siege Tower is getting close, though. Probably going to go down. Down it goes. A lot of muskets. A lot of muskets on this wall. Chinese Dragon just shooting the tower. A little bit of damage from these muskets. May be enough to take it down. Down it goes. Musket shot just shoots it with a scatter shot, in fact. Respawn for the siege towers are coming up. Left side siege tower probably going to get hit again. Left side siege tower is probably one of the safest. Again, you never want to go up the middle siege tower. The middle siege tower always get you killed. left or right is kind of the best. But a lot of time will be wasted with the siege towers probably going to go down again. I don't believe Chinese Dragon is out of culverins just yet. Strangely enough, we didn't see the culverins in the back strategy. Culverins in the back. On the right-hand corner of the map, next to the base point, in fact. We saw it come out first from the, I think it was BQ, in fact. BQ, back from the NetEase version of the game, when we first had a crossover tournament. BQ showing off their tactics of spawning their culverins in the very back of the map. Shooting very far, but unpressurable. That means those siege towers will definitely get shot at. You only need one person to shoot 3 culverins. Gonna be a little bit boring for now, as Sen Lue is just aiming to get those siege towers up on the wall. They're gonna have to think of another strategy if Chinese Dragon is able to successfully stonewall these siege towers. And I mean, there it goes down again when it passes the 8-minute mark. 8-minute marks where I think it's a bit critical, where your strategy relies on, if it relies on the siege towers, you're gonna fail. Turning point for the turning point for St. Luke's, looking towards this main gate. I would not leave it out of the question to do and push towards the main gate. Gonna be surrounded on both hand sides. Stairs looking pretty stacked, although the left side's a little bit weaker. I think this might be quite a simple match if they're just relying on these siege towers, but it should be running out of steam, well, running out of shots very shortly. Some Tundra humans engage in the back, probably going for a long, long sweep. Again, the best option here is to loop around towards the supply point, but Iron Reapers have a healing ability. Gonna be very difficult to attrition them. I have seen defenses just hold out with a singular unit, but then again, the left side of the map has a supply point which is uncapturable until you capture A, so the defenders still have the avenue of reinforcements. Just going to see how well they stranglehold the supply. Right hand supply is the closer one, but it's not the only one. One culverin left on the right hand side here, probably looking to destroy that right hand siege tower yet again. If they're forced up the middle siege tower, it's probably going to be a bad spot. Some mortars. Whoop, nope, he cancels it. Tries again. Whoa! That went high. Gonna cause some friendly fire here. Bad move. Chinese Dragon actually deciding to challenge the Senlu already on the ground. Why is that bad? You got the middle siege tower just about to reach the wall. Unless you destroy it, this is not a good option. But Nafan guards burn down this Madao. Why are you cutting out my fool? My fool! Although it does look pretty clean, some Iron Reaper's gonna sweep out the rest, and then an Imperial Pike March. Imperial Pike March should have came in first, but in the end, we're gonna see Senlu get sweeped out here. Wow! In fact, someone from Senlu spawns a Madao unit. Gonna be terrible for them, because they're going about to lose it. Completely outnumbered, completely outmatched. Nafan guards heading towards the front. We got some other units in the back. Some couple of mortars. I am probably going to have to reset this clean feed. It's going to be painful as it skips ahead for me. That's not good. I'm sorry, Mifus. Let's see. Let's just use this for a minute as I wait for the thing to come back. We did miss out on a massive chunk of battle as they pushed up through that siege tower, but it doesn't look like Sen Lu has very much remaining as rocking through some Iron Reapers. But on the backside, we have plenty of Chinese Dragon coming towards to defend this A point. Does look like the clean feed is completely buggered. Reinforcements rocking up right now. Iron Reaper is going to get hammered as they ran out of their Tiger's Guild. Own Iron Reapers out for a Chinese Dragon, just cut them to pieces. That Tiger's Guild is pretty crucial. Whoa, here comes another charge. Cancels it into Tiger's Guild midway through. Probably a mistake here. Oh, do not charge. Whoa, we got Chinese Zen Lu actually surrounding the guys at A point. Not charging all the way through is a mistake here. That Madao should go down very shortly. We got some Nafan guards. 3 left, in fact. Oh, no. We've got more of them coming up. 6 left, in fact. Surprisingly, we're going to see a massive reduction in units for the attackers' side. We're down 70 odd units, probably 60 actually, closer. But the defenders also losing out here on the A point. Finally, 7 minutes to go. Strong on this east side. Chinese Dragon could stranglehold the attackers here at the front gate. It's not the first time it's happened, and considering that Sen Lu will want to respawn their units, it's going to be a good old minute before they have an opportunity to attack. It's a long walk from supply to base, so if Chinese Dragon make use of it, they can easily win out with over 1,000 units to eat through, both sides. Although heavy engagements have already happened, this is mainly due to the fact that tier 5s are on the field, so defenders are way up in terms of advantage. I think I saw a Tundra Human trying to go engage on one side. I'm gonna just hope this clean feed is stable. It's gonna roll. Ah, never mind, it's not stable. It cuts out the moment I just switch back to it. Anyway, just Pike Militia surrounding this easy take on the right-hand side. Pike Militia and one set of Madao getting cut through by 2 sets of Madaos and some Demez Pikemen. Some Iron Reapers try to reinforce. Probably a mistake. Again, the right-hand side is already fallen. While you did pick up some kills on the left-hand side, whatever you lost on the right-hand side was not, was the trade. Probably could have just used token forces. Definitely could have used your spares. But I'm pretty sure Sen Lu lost more out on the left-hand side since it was higher tier units. The final engagement towards the base point is beginning. We've got cavalry being deployed en masse, depending on how Sen Lu makes their approach. Again, going to be very scary for Sen Lu to get pushed out here, because if they take a slow approach, they will have to rely on the units they have. If they take a fast and swift approach, they might get caught out by all of the cavalry. Cavalry trying to force their way through the flames. Winged Hussars also plow through. Not set up indeed. Layer after layer of Madaos should be the front. Not a single cavalry should be able to get through that entire line. Here comes some Winged Hussars catching Madaos out of brace, but the Madaos brace in time, or brace mid-charge. Imperial Pike March did not reach the main pile, but here comes another one. Imperial Pike March matching with some Iron Reapers at the front. Going to be devastating for this Madao pile. Grape shots coming out like crazy. In fact, a side charge by some Tundra humans gets stopped in its track by Medals, just turning to look at them. Fortebracios with Medals slowly closing in. Defenders is cornered the attackers, but whether or not they're going to be pushed out is another question. They do seem to be lower in unit count right now, but Senlu does seem to have a small pickup in the meantime. That's going to be a brutal for a second attack towards base point. I don't think it's going to be feasible. One of the Senlus did leave the battle. Wonder if he will be back or he is permadeath. That's another question. If he's permadeath, that's going to be unfortunate. Clean feed absolutely croaking it today. I think it's just probably me, but that's upsetting. Not very much time. They'll have to do with whatever they've got, but 14 heroes up for the defenders, only 13 heroes up for the attackers. 14, one by one that's going to spawn in, and one by one they'll probably have to go in. You got to start the engagement early because it's going to be a massive slog for the attacking side to eat through all of the units, and Chinese Dragon not giving them any room, gonna immediately slow down the approach by shoving their village watchmen right at the front. Culverin, bad choice of artillery, could definitely use a better one. 2 minutes to go, not impossible, but I don't think it's going to be any short battle. It's going to come down to the wire for the attackers. Senlu has barely got a chance. Treb coming in somewhere. Don't know which way. Final attack has begun. Medal's at the front. We've got Iron Reapers at the front. A lot of Pike, Village Watchmen from both sides. Some Pike Militia from the defenders' side. Whether or not they're going to be effective, we'll have to see. But the Medals are slowly getting through. Here's some Medal reinforcements for the defenders. Some leftover Palace Guards going to charge in through the center here. But the Iron Reapers trying to cut through them. Not very successful here. Again, the Iron Reapers left too long on the front line without the use of Tiger's Guild. Not going to cut through the Palace Guard in short order, but the Medals make it through on the left-hand side of the flank. They're onto the base point. Heroes are left. Really need to second spawn of units. Last and final spawn of units. This Treb hits mostly their own. Very unfortunate. Tundra humans just running around. Whatever you got left, better spawn it. Better get it over. The engagement needs to be slowed down, but now the defenders need to push Senlu off. Not going to be good. Senlu does look to be dominating here, catching one hero after the other, but if they are successful at holding, I do think that Chinese Dragon is going to be successful. The short swords are just too difficult to take down. And again, short sword against short sword is no fun battle. I mean, it's already past 20 seconds. So, unfortunately, Chinese Dragon has won the defense. Gonna have to be very upsetting for Senlu. They have majority forces on here on the base point, but not successful. That's got to be painful. They were managed to push out all of the units, but did not manage to win the battle. I'll take a quick break here as I need to get some more water before the second battle begins. But Chinese Dragon winning by the skin of their teeth for the heroes. I'm very surprised that they lost out on the units so fast. But then again, the Iron Reapers did a good job at cleaving right through that right hand side. But Medal actually did better, but again, they did not have to face off against the Palace Guards. Be back very shortly. Oh my goodness. Yeah? What? Charge is not very long, is it? Boo chaka, boo chaka. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Hello, hello. I is back. I was back for ages, but I just hadn't said anything. And thought the silence was a bit weird since on the screen it looks like someone's talking, but you guys won't hear these guys. I swear to God, if my clean feed cuts itself again, ugh, man, I'm just hating the clean feed today. It's just absolutely awful. I don't know what's up with it. I don't even think it's their fault. I think it's just my internet just being complete idiots. Here we are at the yeah, like Arwen Baxter. Even if I'm at the bottom, you're still cutting off a couple of the guys, like a couple of the things. Anyway, you want to see the end scoreboard? I mean, still like, oh, you want to see the top guys probably. End scoreboard really that important? Question. Let's. We're going with another double. A lot of tier fives coming out again. Very common to see tier fives coming out. Couple of tier fours, very key tier fours, really strong ones. Imperial Pikemen has never gone out of fashion though. Imperial Pikemen are pretty much the go-to in any kind of infantry lineup against cavalry as well. As long as you're not facing off against shields, but again, good teams know how to deal with shields. More tier 5s coming out for Sen Liu. Chinese Dragon this time is the ones defending. Oh wait, no, attacking. Sen Liu will looks to want to win it on the wall. Basically, no cavalry, only 2 cavalry. Cordeliers and oh no, I take that back. 5, 6 cavalry, 1 winged hussar, 4 tundra humans, and 1 cordeliers. Very interesting to see a cordelier. Cordelier? Cordelier. Not French enough to say it. Cordelier. Cordelier? Cordelier. Yeah, probably not French enough to say that. Or Burgundian. I forget what word Cordelier. I forgot which origin Cordelier has come from. Cordelier. One of the short swords goes down. Chinese Dragon is dominating here on the right-hand side. Kind of. They've got their heroes up on the wall, and so it's kind of a deathmatch battle. Outnumbered, though, so both of them jump. Left side siege tower went down. Middle side siege tower is on fire, and will go down in quick order. Got some. Wow, nice catch. Jewel Blade goes down with a mortar shot. Direct. Short sword. Ooh, short sword battle. Dodge, double dodge, but he still gets hit. Oh, he's trying to fire the Cauldron. Using every shot he can. Definitely gonna get destroyed here. Ah. A lot of pressure for Sen Liu. Getting each and every single Cauldron destroyed. Gotta make sure they use the maximum hit shooting. Nice dodge by the Metallators. Are you gonna walk back into it? Almost. Heroes from Sen Liu doing their best to take out the Cauldrons. Not successful though. The mortar should be able to destroy it. Down goes that right-hand siege tower. They were very close, in fact. Desperately close. Wow, surprisingly a cannon was built by the defenders here. Awkward positioning though. Metallators shooting down those mortars. Good. Definitely going to put more pressure on Chinese Dragon to position their mortars better. Suppression here on this right-hand side was pretty strong, but not strong enough. Probably down to the 3rd generation siege towers. This Treb is a little shallow. Lucky hit again. Double lucky hit, taking out that Cauldron there. Wow. I thought it was a bit shallow, but 2 of the shots hit directly at it. Sometimes I think the Trebs are aimed. Well, when, when the enemy use the trebs, they're like heat-seeking marksmen. But when I use the trebs, mine are like monkeys that shoot nowhere near where I put the marker. Where I put the what do you call it? The reticule. The longbow's definitely going to suppress these towers, trying to just kill off the serfs just enough so that they stop pushing the tower. If you have two ranged units shooting either side of these siege towers, should be able to stop it when you get to around about 10 units knocked off of it. I just knocked my teeth with my glass cup. Ouch. Down goes the left-hand siege tower again. Middle side siege tower getting very close. But this longbow really... Oh! Short sword goes in for it. He stops the siege tower. Let's see if we can just destroy it. Ah, why are you looking over here? Middle side siege tower did go down. Maybe a sacrifice from one of the Senlin guys, but it was worth it. Ah, why? Why the clean feed does this? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry, my folks. I'm sorry. Anyway, you get to watch other thing anyway. Did I just crash? Don't tell me I just crashed. Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Probably going to be a little bit of a stutter there. I hope it's not. It's going to be upsetting. Chinese Dragon grabbing this backside supply point. Nothing to hold it with, so it will be capped back. So it's a little bit of a distraction. Chinese Dragon not doing any better than Sen Liu back on their attack. Both attacking Harbor City. Been a while since we've seen any good attacks. Well, been a while since we've seen anyone actually fight on Harbor City. I don't think anyone chose Harbor City in the entirety of the play-ins or the first round eliminations. I don't know what they were letting go at the front gate there. I do believe my clean feed just cut out completely here. That's unfortunate. We're already past the critical mark. 8 minutes is my critical mark. Once it hits 8 minutes, you gotta make an action. You gotta do something that's not standard, because if the enemy takes down these towers one more time, you don't have enough time to make two pushes. And honestly, if it comes down to one push, I have no confidence in the attackers to win the primary push, because Sen Lu could all in it here on the wall if the siege towers do go down once more. Otherwise, I'll have to crush the primary attack. I think they'll get this middle siege tower down again. Left side siege tower did get up. They're concentrating on this middle siege tower to take it out. Middle siege tower is actually one of the weaker ones, so I don't know why they're focusing on this one. Down goes the middle siege tower. Right hand siege tower looks to be going up. There's no resources left to destroy it. Metallitor is also basically cooked. Only two of them left. Left-hand siege tower is up, but not a single Chinese Dragon is deciding to go up that tower. Or maybe two. Two short swords there on the left-hand side. Probably more, but I can't see it. Right-hand side is getting stacked right now. We have so many heroes here on the right-hand side. Gonna be a quick count of 10. Probably 5 on the left-hand side. The middle siege tower is not being pushed immediately, so I'm wondering what the plan is. Chinese Dragon really needs to win this engagement, because Sen Lu has an opportunity to do a second defensive wave, leave the first one to eat it, and bring in a second set. I would definitely do a sacrificial strategy here, throwing in one unit at a time Here comes a massive push. Gotta have them overcommit here. Just let the Iron Reapers tank the shot. Semi-retreat. Couple of abilities already being used, but we got Metallators on the field. I would send all of your units in to engage this now. Left-hand side also engaging. This corner, it could be nice, but just the Medails is not going to be enough. Big Thunderstruck on that Medal, not even letting them get a taste of that Imperial Pikeman. Some Nafan guards at the front for the defenders. The defenders also still have Metallators. A lot of them, in fact. Nafan guards actually for the attackers. The primary defense is completely crushed here. What are you doing with those Iron Reapers? Just let them go. Let them get in. Get stuck in there. Trying to get them out. One of the slowest unit in the game, but you refuse to let them just engage in the battle. That Treb was a bit preemptive, but it will... I think it was required keep these Senlin off of the Senlu off of the A point. Something stopping them, but I don't know what. Madao cuts right through that Imperial Pike. No marches. A march actually does come off. Second march here as more reinforcements rocks up. Heavy damage on these Madals. Really feeling the heat. Senlin is coming up on the backhand side. Chinese Dragon needs to secure this A in quick order, but running out of troops is not a good sign. Senlin only has more heroes, barely any troops, not a solid hold on either side. Look at this Madao pile. The heroes are just going to rush it right through, eat the Treb, eat another Treb. My goodness, this Treb trade is amazing, but no one here on the A point, just leftover. Imperial Pikeman, no walk. We got some Tundra humans being deployed. Emergency Sally. Oh, not an emergency Sally, but a Sally to suppress the attackers. This A point is quick, might be quick to cap. Keep the attackers distracted. This is your job, Tundra humans. And you're doing it well. But look at that force as well. Tundra humans in force. We've got 4 Tundra humans just going to surround and destroy this Madao. Not in brace. Really should have just left them on brace on that supply point, instead of chasing around those units. Chinese Dragon not doing too hot here. Senlin definitely being the dominant force on the defense. Over less than 200 units deficit for the attackers. Up on the defenders, up on units, and they capture the outside supply point. Yikes. Thank you. I do love commentating. I hope you guys enjoy. It's going to come down to a tiebreaker, I think, out on the field, and definitely Senlu doing much better on the field with cavalry. But finally they get pushed back. Only a token force on the wall to contest, but you know that defenders are in force. Massive amounts of Madao at the A point. Just pushes them right off. We're going to see some more chases. Some Cordeliers, actually. Very hilarious that the Cordeliers are the last unit we see from the defenders that, well, maybe not. Some Tundra humans coming through. Eats. Oh, man, they actually made it halfway through that Imperial Pike, that Pike Militia. That's got to be nasty. Thank you very much, John Remo. I like to hear it when you guys praise my work. But am I the best? Probably not. Maybe it's because I'm the only one. Probably not the best. Or it's not. Or I mean, like, I'm probably the best, but it's not that hard when you got no competition. Thank you very much. Wow, the clean feed just completely cut out for me. I don't know what happened. No clean feed at all. Anyone else getting a problem? Finally back. Holy cow. I needed to reset it twice. Why can't I get a stable clean feed? I got stable clean feeds before, but not today. Oh, this is... It's going to come down to a tiebreaker. I can't believe it's going to come down to a tiebreaker. Both teams holding the defense. Well done. Congratulations. Who's better on the field? I'm not sure. Both teams do seem to have their own style, but when it comes down to pure engagements, both sides have done well, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna have to say that Zen Lu actually probably got a better shot than Chinese Dragon, but the Chinese Dragon, Chinese Red, and Chinese War have all surprised me on these battlefields. I'm gonna hit you guys with that last but not least ad break. Hopefully, the clean feed is better for this next round as we head into the tiebreaker between Chinese Dragon and Sen Lu. Sen Lu at WX. I really gotta stop saying Sen Lin. I keep calling them Sen Lin. Yeah, I'll do the job for free, Ben. Man, if they put me on the commentator chair, I'd do it for free. Tell me what you want. Tell me if you want me to get a green screen. Tell me you want me to wear a suit. Whatever. I don't know. I'll get a independent mic as well. One of those high quality ones instead of that like shirt mic those guys have. Ooh wee. Not good. I'm gonna. I'm getting heartburn because I was eating too much duck embryo there. I think I ate too much fatty protein. I really need to cut down on that fatty protein. I ate too much this week. Strong opinions there, Vane. I mean, like most of the commentary is just explaining what's happening. All right. Hopefully, this thing does not clean feed doesn't cut out on me again because, again, I am a little bit behind the guys on the stream, so it will cut ahead if I have to switch back to the Conqueror's Blade. But the color from the clean feed is actually cleaner than what I'm getting from the other stream. Maybe maybe a bit too much contrast. Well, I mean that really just comes down to the fact that I play the game and I understand a lot of the mechanics. Sometimes when these guys try to explain the mechanics, or like when the other guys are trying to explain something, they either choose not to explain it in depth or tries to. Yeah, probably just shallow. Just I mean shallow mana. It really is shallow. Ah, interesting. Seeing everyone nearly going with Medal's here. Not very surprising, actually. Medal's being very effective here on the field. Really, it's to control the. All right, fine, whatever. Clean feed is dead to me. Clean feed is dead to me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is the clean feed dead to me? I said this before that Medal's are going to have a massive problem. I don't reckon 2 Medals. It wouldn't be bad. I've seen field battles where flamethrowers and Metallators have been used at the B point. A little bit of ranged units here right now, it would be amazing. Whether or not they actually get deployed is another question. Still using the Shield Maidens is probably key to suppress the usage of like just general ranged units like Tertials, Pavis. But if they get eaten up immediately, they're not gonna be worth shit. We got some flamethrowers out from Sen Lue with Imperial Pike March coming here on the right hand side of the flank. Both Medals are just posturing in front of each other, as it will be very slow to poke each other out, but Senlu has the massive advantage. We've got 2 sets of Medals in the back, looking towards those rear charges, but so very surprisingly, the B point might be capped. They need to push a little bit harder. Whoa, very surprising that they actually lost. I thought they were winning the push. They lost the push. Probably not aggressive enough. Leftover Tundra humans coming in. Maybe it was because of the grape shots. I did forget to mention that Chinese Dragon did put down like 3 grape shots. Tundra humans get in the mix here. Medals from both ends side. Pushing in finally. Imperial Pike March comes off, taking out the rear Medal that was trying to rock up. More grape shots out for Chinese Dragon. Does seem to have paid off. We've got 7 heroes left on the field. Really? Was there Imperial Arquebusier on blue side? On Chinese Dragon side? I didn't see. Chinese Dragon here really needs some reinforcements. They're staying with just their heroes, but no units. Those grape shots need to be taken out really soon, because if they keep... Yep, there goes down. One more grape shot is on the field for Chinese Dragon. That Imperial Pike has already used their march, so that's got to be devastating here. Oh no, the Imperial Pike March is back up, or it hasn't been used. Imperial Pike March mixed with Winged Hussars, just completely crushing that Medal in quick order. The B points still haven't been capped, and it's been a good solid 3 minutes of fighting. Probably more. But now the counter Imperial Pike March. Imperial Pike March still being a massive threat to the Medal. Once the Medals are knocked over, any unit can deal damage to them, and even cavalry. This is the key here. Knock CC the Medal, kill it as fast as you can. They're not extremely tanky, but they do take quite a bit to kill. Not only does it take quite a bit to kill, it also is a pain in the ass to push them off. Winged Hussars coming here, hits the Imperial Pikemen, missing the Manals completely. Imperial Pikemen will not be able to stop those Winged Hussars, but looks like something else stopped the Winged Hussars, or the Winged Hussars called off the charge. Some Greyhound garrisons also on the field. We're not seeing... No, just because... I'm just saying, yeah, with Doctrines they wouldn't be bad. I guess. Another Winged Hussar charge, getting halfway through those Medals, but a clear win here for Sen Lin, actually capturing the B point. Finally, someone captures the B point. A threat towards us. I can barely see the map. No, it looks like someone's actually on the base point for Chinese Dragon, so Chinese Dragon's not going to lose any points just yet. But with the B point captured, Sen Lin is in position to win the game. Just need to secure the victory with a little bit of cap points. Could go for a triple cap, or could choose to wear down the enemy. One of the most important things about a field battle is to use up the resources. Take out every Medal you see, because each Medal is a massive threat, including in the pile. Down goes that musket. Fortunately, he was finally caught without a horse. Chinese Dragon could do very well in actually catching some of these out of position Sen Lus. It is a very good point to make, actually, Vane, that Doctrines are not available. Poising for a solid push here. That... Whoa, did they just throw 2 musket bombs at that singular grape shot and it just goes down immediately? Or is there a culverin out for Sen Liu? We got some grape shots being deployed. Again, grape shots or siege weapons really making up the bulk of their range damage. Very important to have some range capabilities. Very, very strange to see. All of these pike units, but not a single ranged unit. Without shields, pikes are fish, like, easy picking. Wow, look at that Iron Reaper just tanking that damage, but not dealing enough damage. They cut right through to the Medal, but the Medal countered pretty hard, in fact. Not good for Chinese Dragon. This is a clean sweep. Mass amount of Medals have died for Chinese Dragon. We're heading on to almost 300 unit deficit. Nicely done, in fact. Wow, this might be hilarious if the 8 point gets capped and someone makes a break for the base. Do it. Make a break for the base. Ah, no, Sen Lu has already sent a couple of guys down. This respawn here, this respawn might be massive. If the next push that Chinese Dragon does takes the B point, it's a triple cap. Having B point and not having A or C point puts you at a massive disadvantage. You get this supply point as well, it will be very difficult for Sen Lin to hold on to their lead without overcommitting to something. I I honestly don't know what they would do here. But it looks pretty bad actually. Chinese Dragon doesn't doesn't seem to have any units of like substantial units left on the field. Just looking at some heroes, in fact. They have over they have almost 700 units left on the field. Are they all just surf units? They're surrounding this B point. This could come down to a triple cap, and Sen Lu needs to get back one of these points eventually. Again, both sides do not have a cap point, but Sen Lu has an absolute advantage of 300 units right now. Although 12 heroes from both hand side, there is a battle at B happening, my dude. Over to B, please. There is nothing happening at A. B, 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 B. Although it did get crushed, looks like Chinese Dragon does not have a significant enough force. Thank you. About time. It's a slow grind, but the Forte not being controlled here is probably the biggest mistake. Outnumbered as well is the second one. C point getting capped back. Rush towards the base point. These two heroes will need to hold this C point. Otherwise, if Chinese Dragon capture this back, they actually win. But the A point could be for a triple cap here. Wow, Chinese Dragon is stretching themselves thin, but less than 2 minutes to go. Down goes one of the heroes at the C point. This is looking bad, but the A point getting capped in the meantime. We've got absolute advantage in units here with Pike Militia winning out against the Village Watchman. Even worse here on the A point are the Rattan Pikemen being the only thing against 3 units here. Pike Militia, Battalitors, and another set of Pike Militia, I believe. All of the heroes went down. C point, A point, getting capped. I think the A point is going to get capped just in front of the C point, so it will be a guaranteed victory for Sen Lin. Holy cow! Congratulations, Sen Lin winning out at the very end here. Guaranteed victory. Both bases are open, so it would be hilarious if Chinese Dragon actually ran it towards the enemy base and actually capped more points than them. But it doesn't look like it's possible. Probably someone overwatching the area. Just a desperate plead from Chinese Dragon, just throwing themselves at the B point. Again, very strange. B point won't get you the victory. I mean, you should. In the last few seconds that the enemy, that Zenlin's base point was open, you just go for it. It's literally your last chance. You would need a triple cap in order to cap off points, and even if the base closed, at least you gave it a shot. Going to B is basically like instant loss anyway. But with that being said, that is all for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary for the tournament. We got to see Crusaders back in action, the top team of the Asia division, against the KBS. Although, unfortunate for KBS, their journey will end here in the second round knockouts. Crusaders winning 2-0. Then we got to watch, of course, the Chinese Dragon versus the Sen Liu WX, with Sen Liu winning it in the tiebreaker 2-1. Very unfortunate for Chinese Dragon, but I did feel that Chinese Dragon was on the weaker end of between the teams, and that did come to fruition. But I hope you guys enjoyed. That is all for tonight. I hope to see you tomorrow night. And if you guys are interested, in the morning, in around about 8 hours, in about 10 hours, we'll be seeing the South America division kicking it off with their elimination round. So, bye for now. I'll catch you guys